Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Neurodiverse Wrestler Says. And before we start, I just want to say please like, comment, and subscribe. And boy, was AAA hot this week. We had 3 championship matches, a big tournament announced, and also a little bit of a love story going on behind the scenes. So let's break it down because there's a lot to cover. Kick things off with the AAA Cruiserweight Championship match in a three-way match with Laredo Kid, Mini Vikingo, and Octagon Jr. And it was a fun match. Mini Vikingo was flying around like no tomorrow, sending both men on the outside. That was pretty impressive. But then Laredo and Octagon hits a tag team doomsday power driver on the outside that looked deadly as hell. That looked like it took Mini Vikingo out. And then Octagon and Laredo had a little one-on-one. I liked it. Octagon was getting his moves in. Octagon Jr. is one of my favorites in AAA. But then out of nowhere, Mini Vikingo tried to steal the win multiple times with a pin. Great back and forth with all men. But at the end, Laredo hits a killer reverse Spanish fly for the win, keeping his AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Really good match. I would say the breakout star was Mini Vikingo. I'm really interested to see what his character is and what he is, because it's like, is he connected to El Nino de Vikingo and like the Vikingo Lucha bloodline or storyline? I really want to know. Like, this character is really interesting. I really like Laredo Kid and Octagon Jr. So like, I liked that, but seeing this new wrestler and Mini Vikingo kind of like have his debut was a really good way to debut him. Y'all, then we had the AAA Latin American title match with El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Mecha Wolf. I like Mecha Wolf. I love when he's in AAA. He's Puerto Rican, so like, hey, Puerto Rico in the house. I was liking that. We had a little bit of Puerto Rican representation in AAA. I'm like, okay, Mecha Wolf, yes. I liked it. He's one of my favorites. So is Dr. Wagner Jr. So you know it's going to be a killer match. Dr. Wagner Jr. right away kept Mecha Wolf down on the outside, but Mecha Wolf super kicks him and hits a killer driver, almost ended the match. But Dr. Wagner Jr. was able to kick out really quickly. Great back and forth. They both went to town beating the hell out of each other. At one point, Dr. Wagner Jr. just snaps and then he just goes crazy ballistic. He does a dive on the outside. But then back in the ring, Mecha Wolf hits some killer running knees to take him down. Almost getting the win, put it on some submission holds. But at the end, Dr. Wagner Jr. hits the Wagner driver for the win. And he is still AAA Latin American champion. And then after the match, he says that Santos Escobar, if he wants to fight and he wants this title, come and get it, because it ain't gonna be easy to take it off of him and bring whatever you have. So guys, Santos Escobar will be coming really soon for that AAA Latin American title, as well as I want to see more Mecha Wolf, please. He's really cool. I like his whole gimmick. I like the punk rock. I like the edginess. And I really am interested to see this Santos Escobar Wagner Jr. storyline. I feel like it's going to be really good and one of the big storylines of AAA this year. Then we see Penta have a sit-down talk and talk about how it's been his WWE year debut. So he's been in WWE for about a year. He's been killing in WWE. He almost won the King of the Ring tournament and like other tournaments. So he like talks about tournaments, and out of nowhere he announces that the return of Rey de Reyes tournament will be back in AAA shortly. Yes, if you don't know what Rey de Reyes tournament is, it's kind of like their version of King of the Ring. But instead of winning a crown, you win a sword. And pretty much it's like the same prestige, the same honor. A bunch of luchadors from over the years won Rey de Reyes. And then the winner gets to face the AAA World Heavyweight Championship holder in the future, kind of like cashing in. So this is really good. And we get the first match announced, guys. This is going to be a killer match. So we have Jack Cartwheel, Apollo Crews, who made his AAA debut a couple weeks ago before they even had the live television screening on Fox. That was pretty cool to hear. Arrow Star, as well as La Parca. So that's going to be a killer match. The first match announced for next week will be Jack Cartwheel versus Apollo Crews versus La Parca versus Aerostar in the first round match for the Reyes de Reyes champion. Reyes de Reyes tournament. And I cannot wait. We don't know what is going to happen, but boy, it is looking good. And then we see kind of like a love story forming on backstage. A little bit of a telenovela. So we have La Hiedra from La Toxicas trying to talk to Mr. Iguana. And she kind of like tells Mr. Iguana, hey, like Ethan and Chelsea Green are going to come back tuned for AAA. They have to defend the mixed tag titles. Do you want to tag up with me? Kind of flirting with him. But then Lola Vice says, back off my man. And she says, I'm teaming up with him. And La Hiedra is like, well, but I had chemistry with him before. You knew. I used to tag with him before you did. And Lola Vice and her kind of go back. She kisses Mr. Iguana on the cheek. So does Lola Vice. Mr. Iguana is really confused. He does not know who to choose. So Pimpinita pretty much tells Mr. Iguana, here's a referee t-shirt. They told me already to tell you. Next week, you'll be a special guest referee and the winner will be your tag team partner. Yes! So next week we get La Hiedra versus Lola Vice. The winner becomes Mr. Iguana tag team partner to face Chelsea Green and Ethan Page down the line for the AAA mixed tag titles. Anything can happen in AAA at this point, because that, and I like this storyline. Like, oh, Mr. Iguana, he's getting all these girls, but he can't decide who. You know what? Like, Mr. Iguana, like, if you don't want Lola Vice, like, let me know. Like, call me, because Lola Vice is a baddie. I'm just saying, Mr. Iguana. Like, if you don't want Lola Vice, just send me a call. Okay? Yeah, like, send me a call. Then we had the main event. The AAA World Tag Team titles in a fatal four-way, and boy was it good. We had Vikingo and Psycho Clown versus Nueva Generacion Dinamita, pretty much the new Dynamite generation, versus Motor City Machine Guns versus the Tokyo Boys, who's been really killing it in the indies and in Japan. So I love how we had a little bit of Joshi wrestling in the mix with Kento and Takamara. And they was kind of the breakouts for me, but I'm going to talk about that more in the match. But boy, I liked it how we had the US, the South American, and the Japanese style wrestling in this match. It was a really good mix of everything. So Psycho Clown and Kento went back and forth with crazy arm drags and kicks. Then Alex and Frustratio went back and forth, and he was rolling up Alex Shelley. Like, he was rolling him backing up. And then they had a slap fight at one point. I'm like, ooh, it's getting kind of aggressive. But then Vikingo and Takamata had a super kick showdown. So Vikingo and Takamata was going back and forth with super kicks. Takamata hit a couple scorpion kicks out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, this guy is super kicking guys' heads off. Then out of nowhere, hits a killer blockbuster, almost winning the match, but Shelley breaks it up. And then Vikingo hits a code breaker off the top rope. So then it just gets hectic. Then everyone starts brawling and flying on the outside. We're like, what the hell is going on? They cut backstage. One member of Psycho Circus got beaten up. Yes, we don't know what the hell happened. One member of Psycho Circus get beaten up. And then we could cut back into the ring. The Tokyo Boys pretty much demolishing everyone with Joshi style kicks, holds, moves. Really fast. Like, I was like, damn, I think maybe the Tokyo Boys will maybe win this match. But no, at the end, Psycho Clown and Vikingo was able to hit their finisher for the win. And then after, they went to go check on one of the members of Psycho Circus who got injured, but they couldn't ask him in time who beat him up because the ambulance took them away, and that's how we closed the show. Pretty hectic. I love this week of AAA. We're getting a lot of storylines built. And who was the mystery attacker? Here are a couple of predictions of mine. So Tokyo Bad Boys, they have one more member. Because I noticed it was only the two of them. Usually Tokyo Bad Boys is a group of street guys. So maybe it can be the third member of Tokyo Bad Boys. It could maybe be Angel and Iberto to go with Santos Escobar. Think about it, because we didn't see them in a bit. Or it could be Wyatt Six as well, because I don't think Wyatt Six is done with Psycho Circus either. So it could be any of these teams that did the attack. But this is going to be a really interesting storyline. As well as Reina de Reyes. We're getting a King of the Ring style tournament in AAA. I cannot wait. And each first round match is a fatal 4-way match. That's pretty cool. As well as this weird, interesting love story with Lola Vice, Hiedra, and Mr. Iguana. We have to see how that all plays out. But really good. And I really like AAA. So I'm happy that for us, the US viewers, they're still able to let us watch it or stream it. And I cannot wait to see more. Because every weekend I get really hyped because it's AAA. I'm like, it's a AAA weekend. I'm hyped. So that's pretty much my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.